Hi, this is Amy, and this is what I wore for the month of October. Like always, I am going to do this video in the order of what I wore each day. So, I knew my cycle was going to start, probably anyway, of course. So, I put on in the morning this We Essentials little liner. It's just 2 pieces of flannel. I did start midday, but it wasn't really heavy, but I did definitely saturate this pad. It probably the worst it's ever seen. I really had to work to get stain out, and you can really see, even though this is a newer pad, all my little zhuzhing rubbing killed it pretty bad. I'm kind of sad about that. When I got home, I put on my new Raggedy Ann. Isn't this just so cute? Cotton top, 9-inch. This is just a Wham that I bought off of Facebook. But I love this. This is just so cute. For overnight, I put on my Novel Red, this pretty purple. This is an 11-inch, I believe. So, love it. And this held up great, of course, overnight for that first overnight heavy flow. Then, day 2, I was at work. So, I put in my Maluna Medium Classic. This great thing is great, although it did seem to pretty much leak almost the whole time. I also had on this Stinky Dot Spots, this little 8-inch. I love this little pad. It's so cute. I know, I was at work and I did not have a thong on. Can you believe it? So anyway, yes, I was wearing a regular pad, and like I said, this one also really stained. Really had to work on this one too, but got it all clean. Looks really great. Then when I got home, I wore this for about 8 hours. It was mostly full when I took it out. But like I said, it had leaked sort of just a little bit all day anyway, and I just didn't bother to fix it. When I got home, I put on my Popples, this lovely Popples. I love it. I wore this for about 5 hours. I even took a nap with it on. It was fantastic, held up fantastic. Definitely saturated it pretty good though, since it was day 2 of my cycle. For overnight, then I put on this Happy Flute. This, I think it's a 12-inch, maybe. Anyway, nice minky, this charcoal, bamboo charcoal, which just absorbs everything. I even wore this a little bit the next morning because I was surprised I actually hadn't bled so much that night. So I wore this just a little bit the next morning. I was at home. Maybe just for like a half hour or an hour after I got it. Then I took that off and I put on my Moon Cloth pad. This thing is just plush and yummy, minky, low pile. I love it. Love it. I think this is my maybe third or fourth time wearing it. It's so soft. Love it. I wore this for about 3 hours and then I took it off. It was pretty saturated. I put on my Empire Lush, this Bones cloth. So cute. I love it. This was very saturated. I actually even like bled off the side a little bit, and it didn't look like I had anything wrapping around, but it actually had really stained my panties. I was sort of disappointed about that. But I bled forward, which I never do. I normally bleed to the back. It was really strange. Anyway. So after I took that off, I put on my TerraPad. I wore my TerraPad for about 2 hours, maybe 3 hours also. Again, it was very saturated. When I took it off, day 3 is, day 2, day 3 are my very heavy days. But I was home all day, so I wanted to just be comfy and wear pads. So I then took that off after about 2 to 3 hours. And I put on my Environmental. This is lovely. Minky. Love. This also, I actually put in my Sea Sponge. Oops, dropped it. My Sea Sponge tampon. So, if you remember, I actually used to have this giant Sea Sponge, and I just cut it, actually, in half, just about. And so now I have this nice little one that fits nicely in my hand, and it folds up so nice. And I wore this for about 4 hours. It was, I don't know, maybe half half or more saturated, probably about half, but it went in really easy. It came out really easy. It was easy to wash and clean up. I think I like sea sponges now. We'll see. It was kind of cool. So anyway, I had this in with the environmental on because I didn't know if this was going to leak at all, which by the way it didn't. So then when I finally took this out, I still had my environmental on, and I just wore that for my overnight. Then day 4, I got up and I put on my little Delightful Rhythms here, this little 9-inch cotton top. It's so cute. Love apples. I'm a teacher if you didn't know. So love, love, love. This was super comfortable. I wore this for about, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 hours. Already day 4, my cycle is really slowing down. So I wore this, like I said, for about 4 hours, I guess. Then I took it off and I put in my sea sponge again, and I wore it for about 5 hours with my little teddy bear, my teddy bear tenderoni, this flannel with the little flowers. This was one of my very first pad purchases, and I still love it. It's so cute. How can you not love a little teddy bear pad? Anyway, so I wore the sea sponge for about 5 hours, I think, this time. Again, it was great and easy to clean, everything. So I'm really pretty pleased with it. I just am a little nervous. Let me show you. Let's see if we can get a close-up. So see, it just, these like little pieces, like I'm worried, like, is that gonna come off while it's in me? And then, you know, cause something like this. Is that gonna come off? It feels like I could just pull it right off so easy. So then I worry if, oh, there we go again. I worry if while I'm like trying to pull it out, if I'm gonna like pull a piece off or something. I don't know. Any other sea sponge users out there, please tell me if I'm being crazy or if I'm being realistic, and should I be nervous about that or not? I don't know. Anyway, so I did like it though again. It was very comfortable. Like I said, wore it for about 5 hours, took it out, rinsed it, cleaned up really nice, and left my tenderoni on because it didn't have any stains on it or anything. I mean, like, there's no leakage at all when I have this in, by the way. Nothing. It's like going back to disposables when, you know, you don't even have to wear a panty liner or anything because it's just, you know, takes care of everything. Anyway, I wore the tenderoni overnight, and then the next day, day 5, I actually didn't wear anything because I didn't really need to. So for 4 days, I actually wore, I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I wore 12 pads this time, but that's because I was home a lot and I could, right? And then I wore 1 cup and 1 sea sponge twice. So that was everything. So I hope you liked this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and have a great day.